In our upcoming episode, we dodge some crazy marine traffic. We finally make it to GeorgeTown after being in the Bahamas for 3 weeks, and we get a special guest on board. And Franny decides to wade among stingrays as part of our daily adventures. We pick up our story from where we left off at Staniel Key. As we headed away from that area, we would head towards an area called Farmer's Cut. Farmer's Cut is one of several cuts that take you from the Bahama Bank over to the Atlantic Ocean. The nice thing about this is that you can get over to the Atlantic Ocean side, which is where GeorgeTown is. One of the challenging things about many of the cuts is that it's kind of a narrow passage, but not only that, there are often bommies everywhere. So as you'll see in this next passage, I have to go and look for bommies as Franny navigates the challenging waters.
Alright, so there's some waves and stuff here. There's the shoreline over there. We're seeing 25 feet. 25, yep. 25, it's 26, 27 feet. So this is we're close. It looks scary, but... Alright. Throttling up a little bit, give a little more steerage. No big deal, but yeah, the current looks kind of intense and rough over there. Heidi's holding on. So, there we go. Yep. And we have a few waves to get through for sure here. We're pounding through a bit of this. This is where we are. Through there. Shark plotter. Okay, there we go. There we go. I think we're through the worst of it. No, I mean as far as the cut goes. Okay, so there we go. Oh, looks like there's a Jawa vehicle that's stuck on the beach over there. Okay. Oh, he must have gotten on the ground. Jawas, poor Jawas. And the rest of the seas are completely flat and calm, and we are through the cut. Woohoo!
GeorgeTown is a popular cruiser destination. It's located on the island of Great Exuma. Lots of cruisers go there. When we were there, there was over 350 sailboats there. There's all sorts of services there as well. There's several restaurants and grocery stores. There's also a liquor store and a gas station, place where you can fill up your dinghy. GeorgeTown is just a really nice gathering place for people to meet, and it's a popular destination that is well protected.
Alright, so here's an example of some crazy. Take a look here. We've got a boat here, right there, right? They don't have AIS. They do have AIS. And then there's a trawler over here that doesn't have AIS. So that's the trawler cutting right across my bow. So that's fun. And then the Power Cat off on the left is the one that has AIS. The little sailboat doesn't. So I've got to snake my way through here. We're going the opposite direction of the Power Cat, the same direction as the sailboat, but much faster. And then this other guy, trawler, here, looks like he's crossed across my bow, just decided to kind of change course, not let anybody know. And so he should be popping out any second now. There he is. All right, so there you go, right? That's just crazy. And we are not on our course. So I need to get over to my course as well. So I'm not actually on heading hold. So just a compass hold, really. I want to think of it that way. And I need to get us back to our course. Because I don't like deviating off of courses here in the Bahamas. And we're fine here. We're out in the Atlantic and everything's okay-ish, I guess. Everything's fine. But boy, it can get... There's tons of bommies over there. And the last thing I want to do is go way off my course and get all screwed up. And look at this. Check this out. Look at that dude. He's just going right... I guess he'll take his stern, but only just. Look how close those two are. He's gonna take his
video. We're gonna have to stop.
And then this. Wow, that's close. Whoa, that's close. Holy cow!
Holy shit.
Look at that. Well, that's exciting. So he did take his stern, but only just, right? Almost took his stern off. Woo! So for reference, we're just outside of GeorgeTown about 50 minutes or so. It's just kind of nutty out here. We look behind us here. It'd be a little hard to see, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sailboats behind us, 6 or more sailboats behind us. I think I'm gonna pick up the pace a little bit and get out of here, honestly. This just feels weird. So we're doing about 7.4 knots and we're going to just kind of go. So nope, and then they just turned. So isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So then that boat just turned the other direction, like they weren't paying attention. They damn near clipped that boat, and now they're going the same direction again. They just moved over. How weird is that, man?
Boy, they almost hit that boat.
All right, well, we're gonna speed up a little bit. I'm gonna get us back on course, and we might even have to roll in that head sail only because of visibility. I just can't see anything.
There's another boat coming up.
We made our way into Georgetown. Now there are a lot of boats in the anchorage, and our friend Cheyne directed us on an area that was really close to where his boat was, which was super helpful. I guess when you're new to Georgetown, you may not know where the big cargo ships come to bring food in. So if you're not careful, you could actually kind of anchor your boat in kind of a channel that's not well marked. So that's one of the things that I wanted to do, was kind of go in an open area, and then found out later that it was actually a channel. And it's just nice to have somebody there that can help show you the ropes and show you where you can park your boat. Not long after we arrived, we had a very special guest come pay us a visit. He flew into the local Georgetown airport, and he got a dinghy ride from a fan.
That's when you recognize somebody on the port. Not to give a ride. There we go. Sugar scoops. Right. Nice to meet you.
We'll see you again.
Thanks, David.
I'm sure we're heading to Grenada, so I'm sure we'll run into each other somewhere along the way.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Well,
David.
safe
Hi.
travels.
Hi, David. Another David.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm Franny. That's Heidi.
I'm Heidi.
Nice to meet you. Take care.
All right.
Thanks a lot, David.
You bet.
Thank you.
Okay.
We got to know Steven when we were looking for our boat. He had a Sayona 47 for sale as well. However, it was already under contract, but he was nice enough to let us look at it in Fort Lauderdale before we made the trek all the way over to Key West to see the same type of boat. You may recognize this person. He's known as the Chosen One on Sailing Parlay Revival. You may have seen him a few times. It was so exciting to meet him and get to know him. He stayed with us for a week.
So back at home again on a Sayona 47.
Yep. Yep.
So not all that different from your boat?
Pretty much exactly the same, isn't it?
I think so.
This is a three cabin.
Yeah. So
There's a little bit of variation. Yours is probably in better shape.
It was a little bit newer. This is
Yeah.
2017 or 18?
18. Yeah.
Mine was a year newer, but
Yeah. All right.
it only had 400 and some hours, I think, on the engines.
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I don't know what.
700, I think, on the generator.
3,200 hours on the generator and about 1,200 hours on the engines-ish when we bought it. So
That's not bad though.
yeah,
Yeah.
the generator got used a lot for sure. So yeah. All right. Well, we're just gonna settle in and
I gotta
get to our adventure.
show him to his quarters.
Yeah, you gotta show him to his quarters.
All right.
All right.
One of the first places that we wanted to take Stephen to was a well-known beach bar called the ChatAndChill. The ChatAndChill is a meeting place for cruisers to have a bite, have a drink, but it's also known for a really spread out nice beach area that they organize things like yoga in the morning or afternoon volleyball, or even a chance to get together and play some cards. So we wanted to take him there, and this is what we did. And a place at the beach that caught Franny's eye was the area that had the stingrays.
Beach just next to ChatAndChill, and there's a bunch of stingrays here. There's a reason for that. This pile of conch over here, they do their conch cleaning and they throw the bits that's left in here and the rays go after it. But this is a great time to talk a little bit about safety with the rays. And I know it's not super fun, but it's less fun if you step on one. So the way these guys are usually, if they're not being fed and they're not up and about swimming, they'll flap, 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 and move themselves just below the surface of the sand. You really can't see them. So if you go running down the beach and just run into the water, you could step on one. And their barb is maybe, I don't know, a third of the way back on their tail. And if you step on them the wrong way, they can spin around and stick that thing right into your leg. And that's usually what happens. And it's extremely painful. Extremely painful if you get hit by one. So you don't want to be gentle with them. Other than that, they're very gentle. They can just kind of make you. They're not going to hurt you at all.
Okay. Can you see the barb? See if I can see the barb.
I can't see it on this one. I can see it on this one.
Okay. Gotcha. So, good information. And how do you know this information?
Because I've got a couple of family members that were stung by this snake, and they said it is literal hell to get stung by one.
Yeah.
It's really, really
And they had to go to the emergency room?
Yes, yeah,
And
yeah,
there's can they give you anything for it if they get stung?
not a lot they can give you, but the big danger really is that you can get that barb stuck in your leg and it'll get infected. So it is a barb, and it does have a quill on it, so you've got to get it all out, or it can get very infected. So it's a thing. You just want to be super careful. That's all.
Yeah.
Other than that, they're not going to come attack you. That's not the way they work.
No.
Completely for self-defense.
Yep. So there is always that little bit of danger.
Yep.
They're very cool.
Yep.
I like watching them.
As Stephen spent time with us, we were able to watch something called a pirate dinghy parade, which I believe was exclusive to Georgetown. We also went on some walks, checked out some other places to eat, did some other excursions, and before we knew it, our week with Stephen was already over, and there he was heading on his way back home. We miss you, Stephen. It was great having him on with us. We had been in Georgetown a little over 1 week. We were ready to do some more hikes and exploring. First stop, SandDollarBeach.
It's crazy shallow here. We might have to leave the dinghy out.
Anchored somewhere, right?
If you like this content, consider subscribing to our channel. If you want real-time updates and benefits, consider another level and become a patron. It really helps us out.
So where I grew up in Naples, Florida, we had sand dollars all over. We would have all sorts of these little sandbar-y things. And there were a lot of sand dollars all over the place, and starfish. I'm just not seeing it. Just not seeing it. But if I see one, I'll let you know. What did you find, Heidi?
I believe it's a sand dollar.
It is a sand
I
dollar.
don't want to disturb it though if it's alive.
It is alive. And we can put it back in the water. So it's just there's sand on it because it is a sand dollar. Put the guy back in the water. Here we go. That's what they look like.
How do you know if it's alive or not?
It is. It's got its little hairs all over it. So it'll dig itself into the sand there. It'll take a little bit of work, but it will. So Heidi and I were just remarking that there's something missing here, and it's that there are no birds. So listen. Right? Nothing. Do you see any birds flying around out here? There aren't any. And so I think, what do you think, Heidi? Why's the reason you came up with?
You think it's because we're just kind of in the middle of the ocean. Kind of.
Well, but what's the real reason?
There's not much fish.
There's no fish.
Right.
So
Melissa, you would love it.
there's no fish.
Right.
So there's nothing for the birds to eat, really, any of the seabirds. Once you get sort of inland and into the brush and stuff, there's a few small sparrows or whatever that are in there, but that's just normal because it's brush. But there are very few seabirds here. No seagulls, no cormorants, no pelicans, no nothing. It's kind of weird. Nothing in the air either. So let's take a look at that. So looking around up in the air, no birds in the air either.
Oh, and there's a bird.
And you heard that.
Famous last words. That bird wanted to tell you that you were wrong.
Not a seabird, but once again, a bird off in the trees there. Oh. We found a bird. All right, so we did find a bird. It's over there. But once again, it's just a bird in the brush. The weird thing is there are no seabirds here, and there are no fish either. Looking in the water, we just don't see anything down here. There's just nothing in here. You should see little fishies swimming along and all sorts of things, but there's just nothing there. These are sea oats. They're protected in Florida because they hold the beach down. And a lot of people would pull them out and put them in their yard, so they had to protect them. But yeah, this is a sea oat. Look at this. This is what they look like. Isn't that interesting? And cool. Just a grass. It's very arid here. That's what they're thriving in. It's just that white sand. And I don't know what this is, I'll have to put it on the screen, but you can actually extract water from these leaves. At least they taught us that in elementary school. We'll see if that's actually true or not.
Lots of boats.
So yeah, the tide's come in.
See if our thing is still over there. Where's our dinghy? The ding. Oh, there it is. All sorts of adventures. Franny, will you look back at this point in your life and say that you had some adventures?
Yep, this is definitely an adventure for sure. Yep. I mean, this is unusual, right? I mean, we've never been to the Bahamas. We took a boat that we bought to the Bahamas and we're living on our boat. That's pretty crazy talk, right? So,
I'd say.
but here we are.
Had you told me this 10 years ago, I'd said, you're insane,
Right,
man.
I know, right? So it's a very different kind of vibe, very different, I don't know.
Different lifestyle.
It totally is, but here we are, and we're doing it, so it's pretty awesome. Beautiful day. I mean, it could be 12 degrees in Denver right now or something, or whatever it is, and snowing, or whatever it could be, and here we are in paradise. Literally in paradise. It's pretty amazing. So I want to show you something. Check this out. I did a cleat hitch on the rock, so we weren't going anywhere. There's no way. This isn't giving up. Look at that cleat hitch. Pretty sweet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cleat hitch. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heidi was skeptical.
Yes,
but
as always.
Trust and verify. I did not verify. I trusted
Trust
this time.
but verify. That's really kind of the way it is.
Trust but verify, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I let her do what she wanted.
Alright, well it looks like the tide actually went out, if anything, so This will be fun.
We gotta push it.
Let me get this thing back. Oh, back in the water somewhere.
There she goes.
So this is what's on the bottom of my shoe. These are sand spurs. And I'm all over Naples growing up. The last thing you want to do is get those in your bare feet. So when you're walking on those trails, 100%, you want to make sure you have shoes on. Something like this, because look at those things. They are awful.
Yep, I got one stuck on my sandal under my foot.
Oh yeah, they hurt.
Yep. It did
Yep.
hurt.
Yeah, so they're really bad. So anyway, just a word to the wise. Probably want to wear shoes of some kind on those trails.
Yeah. See, these are my shoes, and therefore they weren't 100% protected when I kicked them inside my shoe. Not good.
I didn't expect that, but how's that? Getting wet?
No, that's all right. You look good.
A lot of the hiking trails are not actually on Great Exuma Island. They're on a smaller island called Stocking Island, and that's where we headed next.
What do you think, Heidi?
Oh, there's a big hole here.
Uh-oh, that might be the pond. No.
Careful with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's somebody's home. All right. We made it to the swamp. This is the pond. What do you think, Heidi? It's not very pondy, huh?
Yeah.
Ew. Kind of gross.
A lot of bugs here
What do
in
you
a few
think?
minutes.
Probably.
It's okay. It's
Yeah?
very small.
That's very small. Oh, that's worth a fun little. What do
Yeah.
you think? That was worth a fun little thing, right?
I'm all into exploring right now. Yep. In fact, I want to get some exercise.
All right. Well, let's head back.
Okay. Look, there's a little cave over there.
Oh, there's a cave over there. Do you see it between the? There it is, right between the thing. All right.
What do you think, Franny?
I think it's really cool.
It is pink. It's very pink. It's pink like the iguana pink.
It's really kind of neat. This place was definitely under a bit of water at some point. Wow, there are a million mosquitoes in here.
Yeah, there will be very soon.
A little better trail this time, maybe? What do you think? Uh-oh. Here we go. It either goes this way into nothingness, or it goes this way into this path here. Yeah. What do you think, Heidi?
I think this is the only spot.
Heidi thinks it's this way. All right. See how it turns out. Oh, it gets dark and scary in here. Dark and scary. We're walking on the path. We're heading to the beach. Crossing across. Braving bugs. Oh, here we go. Again. It looks like it goes that way.
There's like something there.
Yeah,
It's definitely a solid path that way.
that way as well. Well, I think it's this way because look at that. There's a marker in the tree. See the pink? Pink in, blue the other direction. See the blue that's over there? That's the way out.
No, there's no. The way out's this way, and it doesn't mean it's no marker at all. Right?
That's a dumb theory. It goes this way.
Oh,
It
okay.
totally goes this way.
To me, it looks like it's.
It totally goes this way. See? There's a marker. It means this way. Look at this pathway through here. I can hear the beach over there. Getting close.
Definitely some elevation here. Elevation here. Not quite Colorado, but
We're walking uphill for sure. See how this goes. Near the ocean. see what's going on up
I
here.
hear myself breathing heavily.
There it is. Look at that. Holy cow. We are up high. Look at that, huh? I wouldn't say this is the beach, but it's pretty. Pretty though, look at that. There's Monument Hill in the background. It's really pretty. Yep, and then there's the anchorage. Ingenuity's out there somewhere. And a pretty beach. Let's go check out the pretty beach. Look at that.
Sand dune action and stuff.
Oh, that whole, look at that whole rock just cleaved off there.
Oh yeah.
Wow. You see the little sails in the wall there?
Oh, I did not.
Hanging out.
Oh, the water is making its way in. It's so cool.
So I guess you could say this is a pink sand beach. Look at the little flakes in there. Isn't that something? Little pinky bits. They're really just, I think, crushed up shells is really what it is. But they're over here in the sand as well. Little pinky bits. It's really pretty. Oh, look at the water coming in. Look at that.
It's so cool watching it come in, isn't it? Don't you like that?
Yeah, I really do. I think that's really fun. I could sit here for hours
Yeah, we could.
and just watch this.
We should have started this little journey a little earlier. Though.
Yeah, it's pretty though. Look at all this. And there's tidal pools out here. There's so much fun to check out. It's not much in them, but there's big pools up at the top there. Do you see the big ones up there? Those are really cool too. Let's go check that one out. It's pretty though. Ocean's right there. What a beautiful night.
And there we are. That was quick. Back to the beach within, 3 seconds. And beautiful, beautiful bay. Beautiful bay. Beautiful.
We still have some exploration in the Bahamas, from some beautiful sandbars to underwater caves and more amazing hikes and scenery. As always, thanks for watching, and a special thank you to our Patreon supporters. Until next time, safe travels.